came to a slow stop, the engine running as the driver opened the door and stepped onto the road. His dark, tall figure was shadowed as he walked through the streaming light.
"Ma'am?"
His hand lifted as he stepped close and his features came into view.
"Heard you needed a tow."
I swallowed hard. Was I asleep? I had to be asleep. Sally was a dream, and so was he. I had no experience with tow truck drivers, but surely this wasn't what they all looked like. Otherwise, the women of the world would be constantly popping their tires. He shifted, blocking out more of the light with his broad shoulders. The move gave me a clearer view of his face and highlighted the line of his straight nose. Stubble dusted his strong jaw. His arms were roped with muscles, so defined I wouldn't be surprised if he picked up my car with his bare hands to set it on the tow's flatbed.
"Ma'am?"
"Yes?" I blinked, forcing my gaze away from his soft lips to return his handshake. "Sorry, I have a flat and can't change it." He walked to the car, peering down the side pressed against the guardrail.
"Looks like you got more than a flat."
My eyes drifted to the man's ass. Damn. As he turned, I forced my eyes to his face. The last thing I needed was for him to leave me on the side of this road. I scraped against the guardrail as I skidded to a stop. I don't even want to think about what the side of my car looks like.
"Probably not pretty, but we'll get it to the garage and take a closer look."
"Thanks," I smiled. "I appreciate you coming out here so late to help me." He chuckled.
"When Sally calls, it's best you answer, ma'am."
I cringed at the third ma'am. "It's Londyn, spelled with a Y."
"Londyn. Pleasure."
Oh Lord, that voice, so rich and smooth. I hoped his name was something plain, like George or Frank, something to combat the perfection.
"I'm Brooks Cohen."
Not George. This was definitely a dream.